What's up, everybody? Josh here, and welcome to the Adventure Diaries. Today we are at Kennedy Space Center, and I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty cool. For me, I am a big space geek, and I am so excited to be here. It's my first time here, and I can't wait to see everything. Right now, we're in one of the little rocket parks, I'm gonna say, and honestly, this is pretty cool. Yeah, so come with me and let's go find out what else is here, and let's geek out. Once you pass through the gate, you are greeted by giants. The Rocket Garden is home to 9 machines that pioneered America's space exploration. All of the spacecrafts are authentic, but none of them were ever used in an actual mission. In the early days, rockets were never reused or retrieved. For the first time since the early 2000s, the Rocket Garden is expanding, with the addition of the Delta II rocket. I have to say, this is a great start to our Kennedy exploration. Well, it's time for us to get out of the rain and head inside. Our first stop is the Gateway. The Gateway is where the future meets the present. Within these walls, we get to see the current innovations that NASA and their partners are working on to further space exploration. And also, we get to learn more about their future plans. There are a lot of neat things here on display. Besides a few replicas and models, the majority of the items on display have been used during actual missions, some multiple times, or they were used for training purposes. This replica of the Boeing CST-100 Skyliner spacesuit was crafted by one of my favorite makers, the one and only Adam Savage. With the sun finally making its appearance, it was time for us to make our way over to the Apollo Saturn V Center. But the only way to get there was by bus. The bus tour takes about 20 minutes, and the guides are very knowledgeable. Don't make the same mistake I made. In my haste to get a seat, I picked the wrong side of the bus. To get the best views of the buildings, you want to sit on the right side. Otherwise, you get to see the beautiful scenery that surrounds the complex. And you might get to spot an alligator or two. Alright, we just got off the tour bus, waiting to go inside, watch a little movie for, I believe it's the Saturn V rocket. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we're going to find out here in just a couple minutes, so here we go. I was expecting to see a movie, but what we got was a lot cooler. A simulated launch of the Apollo 8 mission, as seen from the control center. The coolest part about this is the consoles that are in front of us. They are the actual consoles used during the launch. Sit back and experience this historical event with us.
We are still low at this time. T-minus 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Sequence start. The engines are on. 4, 3.
after that cool experience, here it is, the Saturn V rocket in all of its glory. At the length of 363 feet, the Saturn V was the largest rocket ever flown in space. 13 of these rockets were used between 1967 and 1972. The rocket on display here is one of only 3 remaining in the US. It took over 400,000 people to build this marvel of human engineering.
I will have to say this part of the museum, I mean, is really cool. It talks about the lunar landers and all the missions to get us to the moon, and this place, it is actually really awesome. And this is, I can't keep saying that it's awesome because it's pretty cool. And like I said, me being a space geek, this is the place to be, and it's really, really awesome. And I gotta stop saying that, but this is the exhibit itself. I'm not gonna lie, I might have actually even shedded a tear just a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty cool. We're gonna keep going and see what else there is.
This little unassuming display is easy to miss, but it is a must. Within it is a piece of moon rock, and you can touch it. The items in the treasures gallery are truly treasures. Everything in here is a piece of history. Not only a piece of history, but a piece of the story of the brave men and women who sacrificed everything to put an astronaut on the moon. I must be drawn to the spacesuits. This one here was worn by Alan Shepard, and it is still covered in moon dust. I have to say, everything in here is really cool. It's time for me to really geek out. The thing I was most excited about seeing was the Space Shuttle Atlantis. This is what I think about when talking about space. This was my childhood. I grew up watching and hearing about the space shuttles launching into space and wondered if I would ever be able to fly in one. They helped kickstart my love affair with space. To be this close to one, I was a kid again, and awestruck. Atlantis was the 4th operational shuttle built, flying 33 missions since its debut in 1985. With the completion of its final mission in July of 2011, it successfully brought an end to the Space Shuttle program's 30 years of history. There are 2 ways to get to the lower levels of the exhibit: the lame stairs or the fun way. T and I chose the fun way. There was still lots for us to see, but unfortunately we were running out of time. While waiting for the rest of our group to finish picking out their souvenirs, Tia and I stumbled upon something I didn't know was there. The Space Mirror Memorial. This highly polished black granite monument was built to honor NASA's fallen heroes that pushed the boundaries of our knowledge of what lies beyond the skies. 24 names adorn this monument, each one making the ultimate sacrifice to reach the stars.